a free-spirited person. You said, you know what? Even though I'm a Black American person from South Carolina, I'm about to marry Highland Girl Q from Jamaica, right? You need to be aware that that's going to create a level of conflict. The awareness is 85% of the battle won. If you're in denial about that, you will suffer. Especially, you already know, right? As a man, you will suffer. She may not be able to explain herself why she wants to leave the marriage 3 years into the space. And then you're going to be like, oh, these women. Then you're going to find yourself blanketing women into the same box and bitching around social media like the rest of them. All right. So this is very important things that we'll be pointing out as we go through a lot of these lessons. It won't be your fault either. Remember, it's not about fault. It's not about condemnations. It's not about guilt. It's not about shaming you. It's about the results you're creating within the very short time that we're going to be here. You don't want to be missing out on life and love because you're stubborn about your stupid ideas, your ideals, right? Ideally for you, it's not necessarily ideally for the next person. And you can think of that in all kind of macros and micro levels and things like that, right? So I think it's necessary that I give I wanted to make sure that I give Tariq Nasheed the last word here. Then I want to talk about this guy called Sammy Okposo. Sammy Okposo is a very popular Nigerian gospel artist. I'm going to talk about him in a second here, and then we'll use that to round up. Yeah, please feel free. Let me just go ahead and tell you.
You really have a bug in your ass about having to flee your homeland and not fixing it up and not.
All right, so 1 second there, real quickly. Let me just go back here real quickly. This is what I want you to do right now. I can see that 5 people are watching. I want to say thank you so much, right? It means a lot that you're hanging out with me right now at this moment in time. I do want to build this platform, okay? I do want to build it. I just want to be straight up honest with you. I do want to monetize it at some point. We cannot monetize it until we have about 40 subscribers right now. Just last week we hit 1,000 views, obviously views over about different 100 videos. We've recorded 100 videos that's already on the platform that we've uploaded that will teach you game, especially as a young man. And if you are a woman, single mother, you have kids, these are videos you can plug your kids on, especially if they're teenagers. These are videos you want them to be learning, okay? Now, so the way we're gonna do that, you can join forces with me. Just always make sure you hit the like button, okay? Make sure you subscribe, make sure you're sharing, all right? And engage. You know, the comments goes a long way, just the way the algorithms work, right? And I don't want to just talk because that gets boring. Anyone by themselves just gets boring, right? I will be reacting to tons of rhetorics around the manosphere, around pop culture, trendy topics. You will learn about Nigerian pop culture and trendy topics in the Nigerian around here as well. And you will, if you're a Nigerian and you're in Nigeria, you will also learn about the Americans and the Black Americans and my understanding of what I've seen thus far. I'm only 42 years old, so I don't understand their full experience, but I'm observing. I have the experience of living in the United States, so I can share a lot there. So I just want you to be aware of that. So I wanted to give Tariq Nasheed the last word. I'm going to play this small clip, and then I want you to listen in to the sign languages, okay? He has a message. Whatever his message is, I cannot dispute it. He's fighting for the and I think he has the right to fight for the things he believes in. I am in full of support of whatever they believe is valuable, or it's the fair thing to do for their generation or their past generation or their descendants. Reparation, I am in full support, 100 support of it. And because that's their experience, only them can speak to their pain and things like that. But I want to give him the last word in terms of the Bosgbas, we call it, right? The fight between Nigerians and particularly Tariq Nasheed, right? For me personally, I don't have the experience of battle between Black Americans and myself. I don't. I've had most fantastic experiences relating with Black Americans and white people. Nonetheless, I understand history. I understand the systemic unfairness that's going on, and we all have to keep fighting for that. A lot of places where people miss it is when they take it personally and they forget that these conversations are supposed to be about the systemic unfairness that's going on in the world, and not about you and I as individuals. And maybe that's where I can help and bring people back. Hey, remember, we're talking about the systemic failures, not you and I. You and I, we're brothers, we're sisters, we're each other's siblings, right? We're the same. But there's something systemic that makes something unfair for you. So we can fight together to make sure that there is fairness in the system for you within my bandwidth, because I am human as well, right? So I'm gonna play this right here.
Not getting it popping. The comments as if we are not the ones.
Oh, let me play it again.
How do you really have a bug in your ass about having to flee your homeland and not fixing it up and not getting it popping and having to come over here among foundational Black Americans who put in all the work to make these opportunities available to you? A lot of you just don't want to sit there and admit that, and you know it's true. And I don't want any type of disrespect of foundational Black Americans, because we've suffered and sacrificed so much helping all of these other groups, not just you from the African and Caribbean diaspora, but I'm talking about from Latin America, from Asia, and all of these other countries. Everybody thinks that they can come over, benefit off of us, and then dump on us. And all of a sudden, y'all come over here and you trash foundational Black Americans. That's just not going to happen. That's just not going to happen. And I really don't want to hear any babbling and talking in circles. At the end of the day, you guys know what we're saying is true. We are not mad at you because you're getting a job at Postmates. Y'all please stop with that jive narrative. We don't care about you driving a taxi. We don't care. We're not threatened by that. There's no fear in that. We don't fear you. We're the ones who helped get you over here. I don't want to